All right, good morning, students. Today we're going to be learning Geography Chapter 9. We're going to start with Part 1 Tourism, Transport, and Communication. Our objective for today is students will be able to list down characteristics of India and Brazil that promote tourism and provide examples on the same. Tourism जो है tourism यानी the act of visiting a place for business, pleasure or for fun, all right? ये सब जो होता है वो इंडिया और ब्राजील में किन वजहों से होता है. व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स और स्पेशल फीचर्स इन इंडिया एंड ब्राजील दैट प्रमोट टूरिज्म एंड प्रोवाइड एग्जांपल्स ऑन द सेम. कौन कौन से ऐसे जगह भी है जहाँ पे तुम ब्राजील में टूरिज्म कर सकते हो, इंडिया में टूरिज्म कर सकते हो. दीज आर द एग्जांपल्स यू विल बी लुकिंग एट. ऑलराइट, so students, what are we learning today? We're going to learn about three different things: characteristics of Brazil, characteristics of India, and importance of tourism. ब्राजील में ऐसे कौन से स्पेशल फीचर्स है जिसकी वजह से टूरिज्म वहाँ पे होता है. इंडिया में कौन से ऐसे फीचर्स है, कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है जिसकी वजह से टूरिज्म वहाँ पे होता है. And finally, the importance of tourism in these two countries. When you're looking at tourism, when you're looking at these characteristics, why is it so important? Tourism important क्यों बन जाता है? That's what we are learning today. So students, keep your pens and notebooks ready. As always, first listen to the explanation. Then when I tell you, pause the video and write down the notes on the screen. Alright. Moving on, let's move to characteristics of Brazil. अभी ब्राजील में टूरिज्म के बारे में क्या क्या बातें हैं, कौन कौन से जगह है देखने के लिए to visit. Alright, we're going to look at that. So, first point, clean white sand beaches, attractive coastline, beautiful islands, and the forest of the Amazon attract a lot of tourists to Brazil. Many features are here. Clean white sand beaches. You can see in the first picture, it's a white sand wala beach hai. Attractive coastline, blue waters, lots of beautiful islands. Already you can see in the first picture itself. And forests of the Amazon. Amazon forest is a very big forest, and therefore there's a lot of trees and a lot of animals and birds to see there. Alright. So these are some of the characteristics of Brazil which promote tourism. The capital city of Brasilia is also a tourist attraction. Capital city जो है ब्राजील का, Brasilia. Alright. Most of you already know where it is on the map. Alright. For those of you who don't know, you can go to your geography textbook, look at its position on the map. It is also a tourist attraction. Cities like Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo are also attract tourists. Alright. नीचे का जो picture दिया गया है, the one with Christ the King वाला statue, that's the city of Rio de Janeiro. Alright. On top of the hill, the Christ the King statue, that's a statue of Jesus, is placed on top of that hill. And it's a very famous tourist attraction because you can see the entire city, the sea, the coast, and everything from there. Alright. You can see in the picture itself, very beautiful. And various birds, plants, and animals varieties are also a tourist attraction of Brazil. Alright. Brazil, because of the Amazon rainforest and because of a lot of other geographical features, there are a lot of variety of animals and birds. Alright. And people who are interested in wildlife can definitely come here for tourism. Alright. So these are the different characteristics of Brazil that promote tourism. Alright. Students, you may now pause the video and take down the notes on the screen and then move on to the next part. Now, let's talk about characteristics in India. Now, why do tourists visit India? Majorly for what? Foreign tourists visit India for its cultural heritage. Alright. India में there's a wide variety of cultures, a wide variety of people who live here, and they all have some or the other kind of heritage. Alright. So फॉरेन टूरिस्ट जो है वो ज़्यादातर इंडिया उसके कल्चरल हेरिटेज यानी उनके अलग अलग लोगों, उनके अलग अलग जो एक्सपीरियंसेस होते हैं, फेस्टिवल्स होते हैं, अलग अलग इवेंट्स जो होते हैं, उनको एक्सपीरियंस करने के लिए वो इंडिया में आते हैं. ऑलराइट. एंड India is known for its health and business opportunities, giving a boost to its tourism. We have learned about different types of tourism. Alright, there's business tourism, there's health tourism. Health tourism is where you come to a different country for their medicines and their medical practices. And India has a lot of medical practices like natural medical practices like homeopathy, Ayurveda, and it also has modern medical facilities. So many people come to India for health tourism, यानी health के related India में जितने भी facilities है, they are much cheaper and they are of good quality. So बहुत सारे टूरिस्ट यहाँ पे हेल्थ के लिए आते हैं एंड बिजनेस के लिए. ऑलराइट. इंडिया इज अ डेवलपिंग कंट्री. डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज में देयर इज ऑलवेज सम बिजनेस अपॉर्चुनिटी. अगर किसी चीज का बिजनेस यहाँ पे नहीं है तो उस बिजनेस को यहाँ पे लाके लोग प्रॉफिट कमा सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, बहुत सालों पहले ओला उबर नाम का कुछ नहीं होता था, सिर्फ काली पीली वाली टैक्सी होती थी. लेकिन जब उन्होंने देखा कि इंडिया में ओला उबर का बिजनेस चल सकता है, देन दे स्टार्टेड ब्रिंगिंग दोज कंपनीज टू इंडिया. ऑलराइट. So India is known for its health and business opportunities, and therefore there's a lot of tourism here. All right. Now, places like Mumbai, Delhi, Pune, Chennai, etc. are major tourist attractions. You can see in our own city there are so many different places to visit. A lot of historical monuments, buildings, places. You have the beach, you have gardens, you have a lot of other things. All right. So similarly, just like Mumbai, Delhi, Pune, Chennai, etc. are also major cities, and therefore a lot of tourists come and visit these cities. And finally, tourism is also growing due to the seasonal and geographical features of India. India has a variety of seasons, all right. We have around 4 seasons, all right, और हर एक 4 सीजन के अपने अपने characteristics होते हैं, and many people want to come and experience these seasons of India. And then there are geographical features. You have the Himalayas, the mountains, you have beaches, you have coast, you have a desert, you have deserts, you have jungles, all right. You have many such geographical features in India, and that is why tourism is growing mostly, because India is a very diverse country and it has a lot of characteristics. Alright, students, now you may pause the video and take down the notes on this screen and then move on to the next part. Now, why is tourism so important? Alright, tourism जो है important क्यों है? India has a large amount of tourists in comparison to Brazil. Now, first let's talk about some data. Alright, India में population भी ज़्यादा है, and therefore the amount of people working in tourism is also a lot more. So इंडिया में बहुत ज़्यादा टूरिस्ट भी बाहर से आते हैं, alright, because there's a lot of opportunity for tourism here. However, tourism in Brazil contributes to its economy a lot more than India. लेकिन ब्राज़ील का इकोनॉमी जो है वो जल्दी जल्दी बढ़ रहा है टूरिज्म की वजह से इन कंपैरिजन टू इंडिया. इंडिया का टूरिज्म जो है इकोनॉमी जो है वो इतना जल्दी जल्दी नहीं बढ़ सकता. क्यों? Because India's population is very high. Alright, because of this high population, what is happening is tourism का जितना भी पैसा जनरेट हो रहा है वो हमारे जीडीपी के आसपास भी नहीं पहुंचता. ऑलराइट, लेकिन ब्राज़ील का पॉपुलेशन लो है, सो ब्राज़ील जीडीपी में से टूरिज्म ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कंट्रीब्यूट करता है. ब्राज़ील के जीडीपी में टूरिज्म ज़्यादा कंट्रीब्यूट करता है. ऑलराइट, that is why tourism in Brazil contributes to its economy a lot more than India. It's an economy of scale, simply because इंडिया का पॉपुलेशन बहुत हाई है, यहाँ के करेंसी का वैल्यू बहुत लो है, इसीलिए यहाँ पे टूरिज्म का कंट्रीब्यूशन जो है इकोनॉमी में दैट्स very low. Alright, now both countries have seen an increase in their tourism in the past few years. Alright, both Brazil and India have seen an increase in their tourism in the past few years. Why? Again, just explaining, because it's a developing countries, both of them, Brazil, India, दोनों developing countries है. Alright, when a country is developing, things like tourism, things like business, ये सारी चीजें बाहर से लोगों को हमारे कंट्री में लाती है, and they want to visit the places, invest यहाँ पे business में, पैसे डालते हैं, खरीदते हैं, buying करते हैं, selling करते हैं. So that's why these countries have seen an increase in the tourism in the past few years. And last point, tourism has helped the economies of India and Brazil grow due to forex, trade and business opportunities. Alright, forex यानी foreign exchange. Alright, foreign exchange यानी बाहर से जो लोग आते हैं वो रुपया लेके नहीं आते. Alright, they have dollars, they have a lot of other currency, rubles, they have yen. Alright, लेकिन इंडिया में यूज करने के लिए वो डॉलर्स, रूबल्स, येन ये सब यूज नहीं हो सकता. सो व्हाट दे डू इज दे एक्सचेंज देयर मनी. उनका मनी का जो वैल्यू है रुपया में एक्सचेंज करके हमें दे देते हैं. व्हाट इज हैपनिंग बिकॉज ऑफ दैट, हमारा इकोनॉमी जो है बढ़ जाता है, इट्स इंक्रीजिंग. ऑलराइट, नाउ therefore tourism has helped the economy of India and Brazil to grow due to forex. ये फॉरेन एक्सचेंज, ये पैसों का एक्सचेंज करने की वजह से हमारा इकोनॉमी बढ़ रहा है. ट्रेड, as you can see in the pictures, most of the tourists जो है जो इंडिया को विजिट करते हैं, they buy and sell products and services. All right, you can see on the top picture those women are listening to another woman about the religious practices over there. Then you can see down a woman is buying a sari or some kind of a cloth from India. All right, तो ट्रेड, ये बाइंग एंड सेलिंग की वजह से भी हमारा जो वैल्यू है, मार्केट वैल्यू है, वो बढ़ रहा है. ऑलराइट, व्हाई? Because people are spending in India, they're coming from outside but they are spending in India. Alright, so trade की वजह से भी बढ़ रहा है इंडिया और ब्राजील में. And business opportunities, like I said, lots of opportunities for business in India. India is a traditional country but it's developing. Alright, हर चीज में टेक्नोलॉजी ले आना, हर चीज में मशीन्स ले आना, अभी इंडिया is leading in that. Alright, and wherever there is space to bring that technology, to bring that business, people bring it. Alright, and that's why the economies of India and Brazil are growing because of tourism. Why? Because people who visit India get the opportunity to see it and then they can decide कि अच्छा उनको business यहाँ पे करना है कि नहीं, उनको यहाँ पे buying selling करना है कि नहीं. All right. So that's the importance of tourism in both the countries, India maybe or Brazil maybe. With that, students, we have reached the end of our lecture. This are the two questions that I want you to answer for today. Which factors attract tourists in Brazil? We just talked about different factors and different characteristics that promote tourism in Brazil. So you have to write a short answer on that. And why is tourism important for developing countries? I just explained that tourism developing countries में important क्यों है. Use the notes given in the PPT and also use the notes given in the textbook. You can try making your own points, alright, but write a short answer for that. With that, we have reached the end of our lecture, students. Thank you so much for learning. If you have any doubts, reach out to me on WhatsApp. I will answer your questions. You can send me a voice note, you can send me a message, and have a nice day, all of you.